Hi, it's Larry, and I've never done a review of my Mazda Bongo. It's been on TFL Classics or Cars, um, and then some other people have done video reviews of it, but I've never done it. And this is my Mazda Bongo Friendee free top four-wheel drive, and it's a diesel, and it's literally one of the best cars for Colorado. It's a turbo diesel, so it books up the mountain too. Anyway, let's go do a tour of it because I'm selling it, and the reason I'm selling it is the car behind it. I've got another car, a Honda Stepwagon, um, and I just feel like moving on. I've had this one for probably one of the longest cars I've ever owned. I think about 2 years. Anyway, I love it, and it's really tough, but I can't keep two. If you check, I have no space. I actually have three more cars. There's no space at all in my driveway, and so one of them's got to go. Anyway, let's go take a tour. Okay, I've put the top up, or I'm sorry, I put the top up, just so you guys can see what it looks like. It's believe it or not, and you can probably see this Honda Stepwagon in the back. They're supposedly the same size, although the Bongo feels way more substantial. It's a Mazda Bongo. This one called the Mazda Bongo Friendee Free Top. You can see it's four-wheel drive. I think it's got 16-inch wheels on it now. And it does great in the snow. It's it's a all full-time, or comes on when you need it, four-wheel drive, and I believe it has a limited slip in the back. There's a yellow sticker in the back that's supposed to tell you that. It does fantastic in the snow. It's become my main skiing vehicle, and and I'll show you why. Anyway, let's go do a quick tour. There's no dents in it at all. The paint is okay. That's the why it was a little cheaper. Because it's actually got peeling on the hood, which I'm fine with. Don't really care about the paint all that much, but everything else is it's great on it. There's no dents or anything like that. No issues. The car's been rock solid. The only thing I had to replace was the manifold gasket. One of the studs actually came loose, so I bought new studs and stuff for that. That was the only issue with the car. Let's see, and that's within 2 years. Let's see, and this is the front. You can see where the paint is the top coat's peeling. I've never bothered. And then there is some rust here. It's had it since I bought it. Colorado cars don't rust. If you're from here, it's just dry, so it hasn't rusted. And that's one issue Bongos do have in England, but not in the States, it seems, or even in Japan. I haven't seen them that rusty in Japan. Yeah, but otherwise you can see this one's all clean, no wheel arch issues. Let me go give you a quick tour. Now the main thing here is a pop top, and I'll go over that with you. But first, it's got 4 or 3 configurations. There's club seating, and that means that these seats fold, and then they become tables, and you use the seats in the back as you sit this way, and the seats fold forward, and this footrest turns over and becomes a seat, and then you just sit down here like that. The front seat does it too, and then you fold this down, turn this, and then these become tables, so that seat does it too. Also, they can become beds. So both seats fold completely flat, and so then you have bed modes. You have club mode, bed mode, and then the regular way is passenger mode. Also cargo mode, I forgot, because the back seats can fold flat and then completely fold up, and then this will fold flat and completely slide forward. So that's cargo mode. So 4 modes. Yeah, so this has been great for skiing. Like that cool little cup holder there. So I thought that was cute. The engine lives here. I'll show that to you later. It's I think it's a 3-liter or 2.5 liter diesel 4-cylinder. I think it puts out about 140 horsepower. I think it's like 189 pound-feet of torque or something like that. So way more torque. Let's see. I think that's about, these seats can go all the way forward, as you can see, and all the way back. So, but I guess the main thing that I should show you is the top. So I'll show you that here really quick. So to get the top up, this is kind of interesting. You got to put on the emergency brake. I always forget, and so I seem like it doesn't work. But well, I'll show you more later. But there's a button on there you have to hit to unlock it, and then you hit the open button here, and it goes up really slow. It comes down pretty fast. But anyway, this is the top. There's a hatch here. Sorry, it's so dark in here. And then these open up here. If anybody is interested in buying it, the screen ripped. You don't, and it's completely my fault but you can replace it. This actually, it's built on rails here, and there's little screws. So the rails come off, and then the tent can come off here. You can see. There's in Colorado, the people who repair it. I just never needed to repair it, so I never did. Or you can tape it. They have net tape. That works just as well. So the good news is that it's at the bottom part, so it's actually an easy repair if you use the tape. Yeah, that's the top. This hatch comes down, and then this is pretty hard, so you need to use a cushion, like a yoga mat, or it's designed for a Japanese futon, or some people make cushions. So, but this folds flat, and there's a little hole here. This is for air, but also in the commercial they say you can throw beer up here. Let me see. What else to show here? I'll go make the bed. Oops, I forgot to show this. This whole thing goes up. So if you want to stand in here, the entire roof comes up so that you can actually stand. So that makes it way more easy to use. But do not put the top down with that up. That's why I ripped the net, because I put that up when I brought the top down. So you got to put that down first, and then also you got to keep the hatch open, or you can't get to the unlock button. So anyway, yeah, otherwise it's pretty easy. Anyway, I'll show you how to make the beds on the bottom. You pull these all the way forward, and then this goes all the way, this here, oops, sorry. I'm gonna have to make it because I can't do it with the phone in my hand. I'll be right back. And here's the full bed mode. You can see it's got to be 10 feet wide, so anybody tall will not have an issue. The seats are not perfectly, I mean, they're flat, but they roll. There's because they're contoured. So you need to, I mean, you don't need it, but it's better if you have some kind of cushion underneath. Although when we used it, we didn't need it because just two people slept here. And the headrests are actually integrated in it, so you don't have to remove them. So that's one thing they did consider. The other thing that you can do is this actually goes all the way flat as well if you want to. And they call it like baby mode or something. And then basically if you want, you can put like a baby in its kind of its crib here when it's completely flat while you're sleeping here as well, if you want to. In fact, when it's not in bed mode, this slides back and this can actually become more flat if you just want to like lay down and relax. So basically you put your feet up here and you can lounge if you want to. So they've really considered, all the things you can do with the seat. Let me make club mode. I'll show you that next. And now we're in club mode. So, and I'll go walk over here, but so basically, and you can pop the top up there. So it's actually very super roomy inside. And, so basically you can sit here. This turns into the chair. You sit here and then you can eat. This is actually how we usually use it when we're skiing. So we'll make ramen or whatever, eat our lunch here, or we'll get ready. The cool thing, the other hat trick is that it's got electric curtains on all the windows. So when you need to change, you just pop the top up and you can change. This thing can slide really far back. So, if it can slide back or forward. So if you want a lot of space forward or back, you can get it. So depending on what you want to do on the seats. So it's really comfortable. You got your little, this is only good for cans and stuff. I mean, it's just, they're so small. Yeah, tons of this used to be an ashtray, but now it's a cup holder. That's a cup holder, 2 cup holders there. So plenty of cup holders. It's got cup holders in the back and here as well. Also, it's got a separate heating and cooling control for the passengers, and then that's where the vents and the heat comes out here. Since it's a diesel, it actually, it's good for long-term idling, so it's kind of designed that you can heat all day long just using the diesel heater, and you don't use that much gas or diesel when you do it. Yeah, so that's club mode, and then I'll show you cargo mode. And this is cargo mode. Oh boy, that came out dark suddenly. Anyway, so you can see that we've gotten sofas in here. We've gotten full-size sheets of drywall in here. It can hold a lot. Put a motorcycle in here. So yeah, this is cargo mode. Also, this is kind of what we do when we want to change. The seats are flipped up and we just sit on here. And then the curtains, they actually have individual controls for each one, but the curtains can be controlled electronically, and I'll show you that next. Ooh, it's getting dark. Okay, I'm gonna start the car. There's a little light here. So that turns off, that means it's ready to start. It's a glow plug light. So on diesels, you gotta make sure the glow plug's warm enough to start it. This car is one of the cleanest diesels as well. It doesn't use diff, it's old, it's 25 years old, so, but, oh here, I have you're playing on the radio here. I don't know what's going on here. There we go, radio. And I'll turn the lights on. You can see that this car has 167,000 kilometers. It's about 104,000 miles. So, yeah, when I got it, I think I had about 140,000 kilometers on it. So I put 25,000 kilometers on it in 2 years. So here's the curtain buttons. If you hit this, both sides go down. So it's really convenient. And then everybody has their own individual curtain button if they want to use it as well. And then the back is tinted, so you can't see in, but you have still curtains back there too. So that's really a cool thing. So it's really handy if you just want some privacy and stuff, or if it's really sunny, that's also really handy. So that's kind of nice that you can hit that. It's the auto, everything. It's in Celsius, like 24. I don't know what that is. I think it's like 76 or 78 something degrees. Anyway, so this is a heater. You just have auto. You can just hit auto if you want. Right here as well. I don't tend to use it. And then once you touch another button, it'll turn off auto. So, and the AC works great on it, by the way. There's two versions. There's just strong AC and then AC Econ, which I think doesn't come on as often when you're idling. But that has been great. And then you can change it to rear mode as well. I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah, there's a hold button here. By the way, this plate, it's missing, but I have a new one coming today, so I'll change that in. So new plate will be here for the automatic transmission. It actually happened when I was cleaning the car, so I had to order it. This hold button, you'll see a hold on the transmission. It's a 4-speed auto with overdrive. That's for staying in the gear you want to be in. So you only use that if you're going up a hill and you don't want it to, race through, up and down in the gear if it can't find a gear. Some people use it for going downhill. I never do. So brakes are really good on it. Brakes come off of a Mazda MPV, so you can get brakes in the US easily. In fact, the engine is from a Ford Ranger, so you can get parts for it really easy. Everything's otherwise everything is great. Car drives really well. I'll have to take you guys for a drive if I can. It might be too late at night, but yeah, car drives great. I'm trying to think of anything else I can show you. Oh yeah, I'll show you how to put the top up and down. There's a button, so when the top is up, it's going to warn you so that you got to bring the top down. So if you put it in, if I take the emergency brake off, it won't let you go because the top will come off. So you got to, in order for you to bring the top up or down, you got to use the emergency brake. Otherwise it just won't work. So I always forget. So let me go show you how that works. I might as well just leave it running. Okay, so the open and close button's here, but to actually put it down, you have to hit the unlock button. Then you can hit close, and then down it comes. And then, yeah, That's it. Oh, there's a safety. It'll stop halfway down, then you hit it again. That's just to make sure that nobody's stuck in there. And then when it's all the way down, it'll stop beeping. It takes its time. You can see in that. Yeah. And so the light turns off automatically as well. So that's also really handy. So it's really well thought out car for camping. Okay, so to access the engine, which is under here, you can access it from both sides the exact same way. You have these little clamps that you have to bring down, there, and then this has to come out. And I took out the cup holder. These little screws come here and here, 2 places, here and here. And then you just pick up the whole thing. Actually, it's probably easier from the back. And that way I can just shove it in the back too. You pick up the whole thing. Oh, sorry. You pick up the whole thing. This would be a lot easier. Okay, yeah, you pick up the whole thing. It's a bit of a pain. But anyway, and then there's one more clamp under here. Oops, I accidentally cut myself off. You actually undo that clamp there. The whole seat. Oh boy, I forgot. The whole seat flips up. And then you can see the engine. Unfortunately, I'm hitting something here. Let me see if I can get a better angle on it. Yeah, you can see the engine now. Here's the oil checker, and then that's the turbo. You fill the oil there. It's easy. There's oil filters you can get in the U.S. You can get the fuel filter, which I just changed. I changed it actually about every 5,000 miles, and then you can also get the air filter from K&N. So yeah, consumables you can get as well. So yeah, really happy with the car. I also added on the driver's side, I'll just run over there really quick, clear coat, this USB thing. So there's a USB-C and a USB, and I use that to power this GPS speedometer heads up one. You guys can have it. It's 2 years old. It's been sitting in the sun. It's a little beat, but it comes with the car. And something else interesting, it's got a skylight. So that's really nice. The skylight works whether the car's open or not. Just remember, you got to keep this hatch open. You have to keep it open to lock it anyway, but this is the lock button here. So you need to keep the hatch open to get to it. So, but I don't think you can close it with it shut anyway. So, yeah, that's it. I'll try to get some driving videos, but yeah, it's for sale. I'm going to be looking for about 14,000 for it. That's about what I got into it, I think. And I'll be listing it shortly. Thanks for watching.